What's up guys, it's Clydeokre or Clyde, and I'm here with some Street Fighter Cross Tekken gameplay. Since this is gonna be the first time I'm gonna be talking over a fighting game, I thought it would be a good topic to talk about how I got into fighting games in the first place. My history with fighting games is pretty small because back then I never played them a lot. I rarely play them at all. If anything, if I'm playing them, I'm playing them at somebody's house when they have it and the game is just there, so I just hop in there and just join them in fighting. If I were to trace back my history with fighting games, it would have to be back at PlayStation 1, and the first fighting game I ever got was Tekken 3. I had a blast playing Tekken 3 because, you know, it was just a really fun game. A lot of people would agree with me with this because it was just very enjoyable playing that game. I remember just playing martial law, and every time he would make his Bruce Lee noises and just fight with him, all the moves that he does, it just feels so powerful. And I don't know, you just feel like a badass when you just play martial law. I also like playing Lei Wulong. I think he's like the Jackie Chan version of Tekken, and he was just so fun to use. I think all I did with Lei Wulong was I tried to master his jump fighting technique, and it was just a funny thing to watch. As you see with Lei Wulong trying to act jump, and then you're just beating your opponent with it. Also, Yoshimitsu is a pretty fun character to use. I like to use his sword hops and just fly using his sword. You know, like he twirls his sword in the air and he freaking flies like a helicopter. It's just a funny sight to see, and Yoshimitsu is just a badass character. Another fighting game that I was playing other than Tekken 3 back then was Street Fighter. I don't remember the name of the game, but it was I guess it was a very old Street Fighter game, and I enjoyed playing it. I think I was playing Blanca, Guile, who else? I remember playing Zangief. I enjoyed playing those characters, but now, right now in present day, I can't play Zangief. I hate Blanca and Giles because I don't know. They played. I didn't know how. I didn't know that there were specific play styles before, because when I was playing fighting games back then, I was just under, I think, 6 or 7 years old, and I did not really understand. I did not even know how to block. I just played the game and fought, and most of the time I would lose, especially to my cousin. My cousin, like, that's another reason why I kind of, but let me just, I'm going off topic here. Let me just go back on topic. So yeah, Street Fighter was just another game I would play other than Tekken 3. Those two are probably Tekken 3 and a very old very old Street Fighter game. Those two are like my starting games for fighting games. Now back to my cousin. My cousin, I guess he was the sole reason why I stopped playing fighting games in the first place, because every time we would fight, I would lose to him, and it was just very frustrating to fight him because he knew all of these things and I didn't, and he didn't even bother sharing them with me. Like, I don't know, he was just a bully. He was just a bully when we were playing the fighting game. Like, he just didn't want me to learn. I wanted to practice and stuff, but he would hog the fighting games and he would just learn all these secrets, like learn how to do special moves and stuff, because I did not know how to do all of this. I just press buttons and mash, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just terrible. So he kind of made me hate fighting games in a way, or just, you know, or just made me not like them that much. So I just stopped playing fighting games for a while, and I just played story-driven games. And I guess when I moved to PlayStation 2, I guess got back into it in a way, because my first fighting game for PlayStation 2 was the Dragon Ball Z games. If you count Dragon Ball Z as fighting games, I think they're fighting games. They're just not as popular as Street Fighter or Tekken or any other fighting games, because Dragon Ball Z is a unique, a different kind of fighting game. I had all the DBZ Budokai series, all the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi series. And then I guess the first legit fighting game I ever got was King of Fighters Maximum Impact 1 and 2. Those were a lot of, I had a lot of fun to play. Me, my brother, and my sister would play that a lot. For Maximum Impact, King of Fighters, I think my favorite character there was Alba Mira, and I would play, and other characters I would play would be Terry Bogard, Rock Howard, those classic King of Fighters characters like Yuri Yagami. I tried Kyo Kusanagi, I think that's his name, that's the fire guy, Yuri Yagami's rival. Well, I don't remember, but I remember just playing Alba Mira, Terry Bogard, Rock Howard, Ralph Jones. Those guys were just, King of Fighters were just a really fun fighting game for me. It was PlayStation 2, so I'm not sure if you could play online, like you needed something, I think they call it the multi-tap for that. So I just bought the computers for that, and I just fought against my brother and my sister. It was just a fun fighting game to play. So King of Fighters and Dragon Ball Z games were the only fighting games that I played with the PlayStation 2. If anything, I think for the PSP, I got the PSP before. The fighting game I played on the PSP was Tekken 5, Dark Resurrection, I think that's the title. So obviously I still love to play Tekken, but I still did not kind of invest in the fighting games yet. If I were to play fighting games back then, it would be casually, and it would be at a friend's house when they have it at their house. Like more specifically, they always have Brawl. Sometimes they would have Tekken, and sometimes Soul Calibur. I would just play casually, but not as serious as I am right now. I would still play. I was obsessed with playing just story-driven games. And when I moved to the PlayStation 3, I got obsessed with Call of Duty, and I still had that love to play story-driven games like Batman, Infamous, God of War, those kind of games. But I wasn't still interested in playing fighting games until my friend Monkey D Crazy. He's the guy that played Makoto in my old Street Fighter video on this channel. He got me into it because Monkey D Crazy was he's my main rival in every game that we go against each other. We started with Pokemon, and then we moved on to Yu-Gi-Oh, and then now we're rivals in fighting games, and he got me into it because when he was playing fighting games, he didn't have a rival or a buddy to play with, so he wanted me to start playing, since he got tired of me playing Call of Duty all the time. So I'm like, you know what, let me think about it. So he got me into watching YouTube videos of fighting games like Street Fighter, and more specifically Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and he introduced me to Bear Rudy. And yeah, when I saw Street Fighter Cross Tekken, I thought it was pretty cool because you know, Street Fighter and Tekken were the first two fighting games that I started playing with. And so I don't know, I think that game kind of convinced me to get back into it. You know what, let me just give it a shot. So I gave it a shot. I bought Street Fighter Cross Tekken, my very first fighting game, the one that you're watching right now, and I have to say it's a lot of fun playing fighting games again. I know Street Fighter Cross Tekken is not a popular fighting game because of its DLC fiasco and stuff, but I ignore all the negativity in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, or I don't even see the negativity, because every time I play Cross Tekken, I would just have fun playing it. So now I'm playing a lot of fighting games, and so I have Street Fighter Cross Tekken, I play Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, I play Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and I recently got Skullgirls and Injustice. Heck, I even have the Super Street Fighter 4 arcade fight stick. I have to thank my friend for selling me that for a reasonable price, because those things are expensive. So fighting games are just you know, it's just I got back into them and I enjoy playing them. So yeah, now that I think about it, I do have some kind of history with fighting games, because like I just think back and I just realized that I did play a like I guess a good number of fighting games, just not as much as I play right now. Playing fighting games is just another fun experience for me when I play video games. So I play shooting games, fighting games, and I guess I play any kind of game as long as I like them or they hook me in and they interest me. I just play whatever game, and fighting games is just one of those fun games that I like to play. So that's all that I have for today, guys. I'm about to close up here as King takes Ryu to the Muscle Buster. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Clydeokre out.